Time again for another episode of Shelton City Council Looking Ahead with City Manager Mark Ziegler. Mark looks, well, he's back. He looks refreshed after his short time
Yeah.
off. Coming up Tuesday is a study session for your council, and it says here Public Safety 101. So, public safety, what does that entail?
Yeah. Well, this will be focusing on the Shelton Police Department and the activities and operations within that department. So it's an opportunity to educate our council and the public on kind of the structure of the department, how it's made up, their mission, the operations that take place within the department, from patrol to the administration to investigations, and the detectives, our canines, from kind of, if you will, from the bottom to the top and what's happening on a daily basis. We'll certainly discuss call volumes and how that's increased and changed over the last couple of years. We saw a call volume increase of over 1,200 calls from 2022 to 2023 without any staffing changes. So that's a significant workload for those individuals that are out on the streets. Protecting our community. We recently were reaccredited through Washington Association of Police Chiefs and Sheriffs. So Chief Kostad and Captain Patton will work and describe that process a little bit and the benefits to accreditation and the efforts that the department's put in to receive that accreditation and what it means moving forward too, because this is accreditation is a ongoing process. You just don't receive accreditation and kind of walk away from it and hang it on the wall, right? You are maintaining best practices and policing throughout the term to the next accreditation process in 3 years. So that's kind of going to be the bulk of it. We'll also talk about kind of some of how the recent legislation over the last couple of years has changed policing, how that has affected maybe recruitment of police officers and retention of police officers, and how they administer the law here locally as well. So I encourage people to show up in person, check it out online, or watch it later on video, because I think it'll be another educational opportunity to learn more about what's happening here within the city, specifically in the police department.
So, speaking of citizen education, what about the Citizens Academy?
Yeah. So we're still taking letters of interest for the Citizens Academy. It starts next Thursday, the 15th, here at the Civic Center. It'll run for about 8 weeks on Thursdays, 6 to 8 p.m. This is real similar to this Policing 101, but a little more intensive. And so it'll cover operations within the police department, but also some of the functions that are directly related, like the judicial process. So we'll have the judge in and coming in and talking about what happens after somebody may be arrested and booked and charged and go through the judicial process. The coroner will be providing some information. We'll talk about investigations, both external and internal investigations, how those occur. Our designated crisis responders, so our mental health professional that's embedded within the police department, and their functions and their ability to assess individuals that might be in mental health crisis on the streets, and how that assists the police department and assist that individual in getting them some of the care that they need, that they might not be receiving, patrol and use of force. And boy, it runs the gamut really on what these folks are doing on a daily basis. So really encouraging folks that have an interest to take advantage of this, because we think it'll be a really worthwhile opportunity to, continue to communicate how that department functions and what they're up against every day.
So, can you tell us that in this academy, is there any hands-on stuff? Do they get to go on a ride-along, or do you know any of that stuff?
No. Hands-on as far as you'll get firsthand stories, not and information from the folks that are performing the job, but they won't necessarily be going. They won't see a a taser being being deployed or going out in the field necessarily. So, but you certainly will have direct contact and I would say presentations or discussion with the individuals that are performing these functions.
So if somebody's interested, they should contact this police department, the city somewhere?
Yeah, there's actually on the city's website, there's a page with a form to complete that'll be forwarded to Captain Patton, and he'll reach out and confirm all the details when that form is received.
Do you have any number of a limitation on the number of folks? Is there a number you're shooting for?
Well, capacity of the room is around 30. So we're
Okay.
hoping for there. I think we're over halfway to that right now. So we'd love to fill the room up and have as many people in there as possible.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mark. Study session, Tuesday night, Public Safety 101. If you'd like to get a part of the Police Citizens Academy, contact the city and they'll get you in touch.
Absolutely. They can contact me directly, Dedrick.
Okay.